Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to see you, and we are here for another episode of Swipe Left.
Swipe left. Swipe left.
Hello, hello. Like I said, it is so good to see you all, and I am so glad to be here with you. Listen, this is a short one. It just is what it is. This show is actually built on current events and things that I have run into that I found funny or things that throw me off, that kind of thing. With our current circumstances, it's more things that are throwing me off than things that I find funny. And I like to have fun. So I'm not getting ready to take the place of the news. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm not here to bring you down. I'm here for you to have a good time and then also to really let have and go in when some things just ain't right. So let's just start right in on the things that just aren't right, and I decide to go ahead in and let have, shall we? First story, Chicago. Chicago, Chicago. Listen, I love Chicago. Okay, I've been to Chicago a few times, and Chicago knows how to party, baby. The Chi-Town, they know how to put it down and show you a good time. But this is not the time to party, Chicago. And these folks, take a look. See, they were in a partying mood, but we're on lockdown. See, there were places that were actually lifted from the quarantine, such as Georgia, not Illinois. There were beaches in Florida that were lifted from the quarantine, not Illinois. But these folks at this party were smoking, passing and puffing, drinking out of the bottles, all the things that will let Rona up into your life to affect your soul, honey. And I was like, are you all kidding me? All about a party? And for what? This party was actually shut down by the police. The police actually came in droves and shut the party down. Now, I'm just going to tell you just me personally. If it was up to me, I would have shut the party down and I would have ran every individual in. Each and every individual. You couldn't have kept them all, naturally, because there's not enough space to put them all. But I would have ran them all in. I'd have fingerprinted everybody. I'd have got everybody's information. Because as far as I'm concerned, and I would have found them all. I would have found them all. I would have found every attendee to the party. These people are potential killers. And it would be manslaughter charges. Each and every one of these people have families of some sort. You're connected to someone. You're going to go home or go to work or go somewhere where you are around someone else and you could potentially be carrying the virus and spreading the virus. So yeah, when I'm looking at potential killers who are doing stupid acts, because going to that party, in my opinion, was a stupid act, I would charge you. I would charge you. And if it was traced back that you were the one who gave somebody coronavirus, yeah, I would charge you with a manslaughter charge. I sure would. I sure would. Because is it fair that your grandmothers and aunties and uncles are now exposed to? See, it's older folk who weren't at the party who would get sick. You'll be the one to carry it. They'll be the one to perish. Is that fair? We got to think, people. Think. Think, 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 think. I just found it totally out of order. And through that whole thing, I literally saw, I think, one or two people with a mask on. And there definitely wasn't 6 feet in between anyone. It was just useless, and it was unnecessary, and it was irresponsible. Absolutely irresponsible. Come on, Chicago. You all got to do better. Anyway, I'm done with it. Swipe left. Okay. Speaking of unnecessary. Okay, I told you I was going in and let have. I already told y'all from the door. We're going to have some fun too. But right now, I'm going to go ahead on and go on in and let have and get that on out of the way. Idaho. They do more than just potatoes. They obviously have standoffs in playgrounds that are unnecessary and put other people in danger. What is the point?
We're not 6 feet away, guys. They're not 6 feet away from us.
Absolutely. Hey, it doesn't make sense to me. Whoever wants to, this is the park staff. He can tell you exactly what you can and can't do. I will tell you, the playground is closed. We told you. Okay? Are you talking about your man?
Well, he's not perfect, so he might be the park director, though, but he's not going to decide this, and he's not going to arrest him.
But you can ask me to say, trust us. Man, I've already told you to exit the park. You need to exit the playground. I'm not telling you again. Hey, Roger. Yeah. Let's get him out of the playground game and talk to him. All right. We have a missing kid.
Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call Idaho County Foundation right now and get them on the phone. Call now. I'm recording.
I'm recording too.
Okay, can you call them?
Yeah.
Her kids are here. Her kids are here. Who's got her kids?
This makes no sense.
Where are your kids? This is so wrong.
So we can congregate in the grass, but the kids can't play on the playground? As a person, does this make sense to you? As a person, not as a police officer, as a person, does this make sense to you? The death rate is 0.1%. It's the flu.
Taxpayer money! Taxpayer money! Dude, you guys don't know the lockdown go through.
What you're doing is illegal.
Sarah is being arrested. because
Man, who am I gonna talk to? Simpson?
The mayor.
Oh, that guy's a hater.
hey, just like person to person, can I ask a question? Okay.
You need to release her. What you're doing is illegal.
Again, we're down here in Idaho. There's this neighborhood where they have this whole little park situation, and the residents decide to stand up to the police because the police came and said, shut it down. Shut it down. This park is actually closed right now. We're supposed to be on quarantine. You are putting these children at risk. You're putting each other at risk. And the police were completely nice. Trust me. I live in Pittsburgh. Okay? I live in Pittsburgh. And I live in a more urban area. I can promise you, if the police came out and they said that the playground was shut down and folks were giving all this back talk and all this carrying on that was going on down to the Idaho playground, it wouldn't have been, the conversation wouldn't have been this nice and it's pleasant for as long as it was. And the cops still, they never got overly nasty at all. They never got forceful. Now the people, just ridiculous. They had so much to say. Oh, it's all right. So we want to be down it. Carrying on to the point where the one woman who was really carrying it, they basically put her in cuffs after she pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. 20, 25 minutes she went on. In essence, what she did was she created a hostile environment, and she also incited a riot. She was inciting a riot. That's why she got arrested. And the people were carrying on. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And I honestly can't sit here in good faith and tell you that in a different playground with a different set of people, somebody wouldn't have left in a body bag. I can't. I can't honestly sit here and say that. I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was unnecessary. Idaho, you're no different than Chicago. Do better. Do better. All about a play date at a playground? And now, again, potentially, there's all these children running around. Now, the children probably will be able to fight. That's the bad thing. Those children probably can fight the virus off. It's y'all's dumb behinds that'll be turned over with 10 toes pointing at the moon. But y'all know what y'all doing, right? Do better. Swipe left. Okay. All right. So I've gone in and I done let Idaho have it. I done let Illinois have it. Let's go and this is a bit of a kiki, okay? And this is a time when something was handled probably not in the best way, but there is part of the country that's going to get it, and there's another part of the country that's not going to get it, okay? Well, actually, all of the country will get it, but there are parts of the country that will pretend that they didn't get it, okay? So, let's talk about the draft picks. Listen, Isaiah Wilson. He had a whole moment, okay, that was caught on camera, and he was told, and they announced that you have made the NFL draft. Great moment, okay? Great moment that he'll never, ever be able to duplicate. It's just something, it's, probably the best moment of his life up to this point. Well, he has this girlfriend, and this girlfriend literally stretched herself right across him, right on television, and she has laid across him, and she's embracing him. And Isaiah's mom said, no, move it along, sweetie. And it happened right in front of all of us. Yeah, listen, take a look.
The Titans get themselves a big tackle in Isaiah Wilson from Georgia. Came from Brooklyn Poly Prep Country Day. Need a little time to adapt to the heat and the conditioning in the South, playing at Georgia, and now he'll be playing.
Yeah. Mommy said move it along, and she wasn't tactful. She wasn't worried about the fact that the cameras were there. She forcefully moved sister girl right along. And I was like, ooh. I mean, literally yanked her. I said, okay. And I mean, the folks, like I said, some folks were going to understand it and some people won't understand it. Now, his people, because I seen other what looked like family members in the background, they completely understood what was going on. They didn't seem like this was anything out of the ordinary. They didn't seem as though this was the first time they ever seen Mommy get down, you know. The girlfriend, she had a little resistance in her right in front, and that's just how it was. A little resistance. But overall, when the resistance came, it was given, and she got on that baby and she got moving. Now, when I say the other part, I don't think her family probably understood that. Interesting moment for the Wilson family. A total key for Mila and Trey Shore. I sat here and keyed. I was like, okay. Mommy says move it along. Mommy said swipe left. Okay. Here's another unfortunate moment that took place on one of my favorite places to hang out, which is YouTube. You all know I'm a YouTuber and I love what I do. I love what I do down on the YouTube streets, baby. I am a YouTuber through and through. I love it. Okay? I love it. And one of the channels that I do watch, because I don't, there's now we're getting a surge of reality stars that are actually starting their own YouTube channels, and some are doing a really good job and fitting in with us and doing basically what we do, you know. And one of those people is DrHeavenlyKimes of Married to Medicine. So I watch Dr. Heavenly basically, you know, a couple times throughout the week. She's on every day, you know, now that since we've been quarantined, she's been running her show pretty much every day. She comes on in the morning and she entertains and she does interviews. She just has a good time right down here. She's just a regular old vlogger. She's just a natural. And we have a good time over on Heavenly's channel. Well, baby, the children spooked Dr. Heavenly. See, there's a lot of things you have to watch for when you are a YouTuber. You know, it's not as easy as a lot of people think. You are in control of everything. You know, we don't have a production. Most of us don't have a production team. We're generally running these spots on our own. And then as you grow, you start to pick up production assistants and things of that nature. You basically are doing things on your own. So you're watching things yourself. You have moderators, and you all are making the doggone thing work, okay? Well, Dr. Heavenly was opening up her platform and letting folks come on and actually enjoy the platform and talk to her. And I'm funny about that myself. I don't open my platform very often because of things like this. She opened the platform and like I said, she got spooked by the children, honey. She opened up and she brought someone on and she's waiting on them to have a question or a comment. And when she looked over, baby, someone was on getting serviced. and someone was actually doing the servicing. And Dr. Heavenly wasn't even aware that that office was open. And baby, they was getting down. I said, ooh, and it was one of those that I felt bad for Dr. Heavenly, but her reaction was so funny because she is such a mess. You know, and what she does is she's very quick-witted and she may say anything. Baby, when I tell you about the job that was being done, it threw Dr. Heavenly into what I would call a dizzy tizzy. And she gave, Very few times I've seen DrHeavenlyKimes speechless. This was one of these times. I thought it was a Beyonce concert. She was so speechless. It was hilarious. I said, as a fellow YouTuber, I felt bad because it ticks you off when someone disrespects your platform like that. But it's funny because of the response. You know, it's like, oh, they got me, honey. And she didn't know anything about that baby, and the children spooked Dr. Heavenly this week. But she bounced back. She came back the next day. She said what she had to say, and she moved on with business. But yeah, Dr. Heavenly, girl, welcome to YouTube. The children, they got you, girl. Happens to the best of us. You're going to be fine, sis. You're going to be fine. Anyway, swipe left. Okay, guys. So let's talk television, shall we? I'm excited. One of my good old shows is coming back. I've been waiting patiently. Mr. Tyler Perry presents The Oval. The Oval will be returning to BET this week on May the 6th, which is Wednesday. And baby, The Oval is back, and it's a back-to-back episode. Listen, I am here for it. I didn't know how I was going to feel about The Oval because I was such a huge fan of Scandal. And I said, me and Tyler, we have our ongoing thing. But a whole television program that was supposedly, the way they were marketing it, it seemed very similar to Scandal. And I was like, I just don't see that for Tyler. I don't. Scandal was everything. Scandal got deep down and dirty. And Tyler's not going to go deep down, not that dirty. Not as dirty as I need my Scandal to be. When we start talking about the Oval Office, we're talking about deep down and dirty, bodies coming up stinking, folks just disappearing. See, my Tyler, he not going to go deep down and dirty like I need him to. Well, Tyler made a liar out of me. And I'll tell you, the Oval, it's different, definitely different than Scandal. Thoroughly entertaining, very much high drama and nighttime soap-esque, but deep down and definitely dirty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been waiting, and yes, The Oval will be back this Wednesday, and I definitely will be reviewing. So I will see you all there. Swipe left. Television, let's stay there. Another one of my faves. One of my favorite shows to watch and one of my favorite shows to review because it brings really good conversation, and we're getting ready to have a bit of a good conversation right now. American Horror Story Season 10. Okay, so let me tell you, I love Ryan Murphy. Love Ryan Murphy. I love what he does because he's dark. He's dark and he's a fierce storyteller. And he will go dark. Very dark with you. American Horror Story, it's not for the faint of heart, okay? But they were 2 weeks from shooting sets have been done and everything. 2 weeks from shooting, and then COVID-19 kicked into high gear. So it held everything up. So I'm here to tell you, don't give up on everything. Keep the excitement going. Things are going to work out. They are working it out. Things are ready to go. We just got to get back to whatever our new normal is, and we're going to be in full blast for our season 10. You know, the thing with AHS is you never really know what's going on with AHS until you are literally dead in the middle of it before you figure out what's going on. We just never know. And that's part of the fun of American Horror Story, is trying to figure out, where is Ryan going? What is he doing next? Well, I could tell you this. I've been doing some digging. Listen, Macaulay Culkin is joining the cast. Listen, Macaulay Culkin is a phenom. Always has been, ever since he was a little boy. And he can play these type of strange parts. I think he is going to be such an addition to this cast. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about it. And he can do these whole, he can do a whole blank stare and a blank character where you're trying to figure that character out. Just a blank character. You're like, what kind of child? Very interesting. So I'm so excited about him actually joining the cast here. Listen, as I said, I did some digging and I seen some things, and I'm wondering, what is this all about? The quote that I ran across for this season was, things are beginning to wash up on shore. Now, I thought about that. I gave that some thought. Things are beginning to wash up on shore. So I'm thinking it has to do something with water and something with the beach. Something with water and something with the beach. And some of what I've seen, what the hell is washing up on the beach? So I don't know. And you know, for the last couple seasons, there's been this apocalyptic thing going on. So what's really coming up on the shore? And when you really think about it, the water can be a scary place, because it's one of those places. Space is always kind of a scary thought, because we don't know exactly what's going on the other side. And water, we don't know what's actually going on underneath. So listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. There's a few things in the water that we know we have to be afraid of, but I believe there's some things in the water that we don't know that we need to be afraid of. So I'm totally here for it. Also, through my digging, I've seen Kathy Bates is back, Evan Peters is back, and Angelica Ross is returning. I am so excited. So excited. So just hold on, you guys. As I run into things, I will report it to you. But AHS Season 10, it is coming. When we get back to our new normal, it's coming. It's coming. So don't lose any excitement. You all listen. Our show is coming back. So I'm so totally here for that. And that really got me hyped up. But I just got to think about that. Things are beginning to wash up on shore. I swear, something about water on the beach. Something about water on the beach, and I'm here for it. All right, you guys, so I'll see y'all around. Like I said, I will be scarfling through, and when I find some stuff, I'll be reporting it. Anyway, come on, AHS. Swipe left. Okay, do you all mind if I do a quick little PSA? And I should have done this when I was actually talking about the do's and the don'ts of being on quarantine. But let's just do this now. I want you to take a look at a photo. And what I'm going to say, I said this is a PSA. What I want to convey here, just because we're being quarantined and we're stuck in the house, being stuck in the house does not release you from your day to day. You understand? Your day-to-day still has to be done. You still need to clean up your house. You still need to clean up yourself and keep yourself together. You understand? Listen, I could show you better than I could tell you. Take a look at this. That house is filthy. Filthy. And I don't know what's worse, the house or the outfit. What kind of little funky romper is that? It looks dirty. She looks dirty. The fit is funky. My message about being in the house, you are still responsible to keep the house together and your ass in the house. Keep it together. Swipe left. Okay, fashion moment. Fashion moment. I don't know what sis was thinking, but take a look. Okay. I'm going to go with the positive. I don't want to be so negative. I've been real negative today, haven't I? Listen, how cute was that blouse, though? That blouse is absolutely adorable. It's adorable. But there was no purpose other than the fact that you are a tackhead and you were being very tacky, that you wanted to wear that blouse, that gorgeous blouse with no bra. Why? Why? Why did you want to do that? Now, you great set of boobs. Now, I'm always here for a great set of boobs, sis. Always. But there was no purpose. You literally took what was a very cute blouse and made it very tacky and very trashy. And there was no purpose. That, my darling, is not fashion. That's not fashion. That's filth and flarn. That's not fashion. Swipe left. All right. And last thing. I'm going to close out on a positive note. And it's going to be fashion. I'm going to give you something timeless. Something just good. This lady never seems to get it wrong. Never seems to get it wrong. And she could just pull off just about anything. And she is aging flawlessly. Take a look. Baby. Miss J-Lo never gets it wrong. This, my darling, is fashion. That is fashion. Never gets it wrong. Aging flawlessly. She looks sickening in that picture. When I seen it, I said, I got to bring it down to my people. I got to bring this photo down to my people and let you see. She looks fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And that's where I wanted to close out. This has been another episode of Swipe Left. I love you guys. Please be safe. Follow your state's rules. If they say don't go out, don't go out. Trust me, a few more days could save your life. I love you guys. This is Milan signing out. Often imitated, never duplicated. This is Swipe Left. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.